All right, let me introduce our guest for this interesting session. Lieutenant General Raj Shukla, recently appointed as a member of the UPSC board. General Shukla is a retired Army commander who has an enviable operational service record spanning 43 years. He also has an abiding interest in strategic military affairs and has authored close to 50 articles and lectured as well as participated in more than 170 talks and seminars all over the world. Big round of applause for him, please. Thank you for being here, sir. Mr. Kunal Bagla. Kunal Bagla is the founder of Arc Great Technologies LLP, a 2,000 plus people strong IT and BPO outsourcing leader headquartered in Udaipur. He's a member of the Confederation of Industry, the CII, the National Committee on IT. He's also an active member of the YPO, which is the Young Presidents Organization. Kunal has been recognized as the best young entrepreneur in India by Dun & Bradstreet, DNB, the leading business credit rating agency in the world. He's the visionary founder and CEO of ArcGate, leading a team of over 2,500 professionals from the company's headquarters in Udaipur, Rajasthan. Big round of applause for him, please. Last but by no means the least, Mr. Kabir Taneja. Kabir is a fellow with the Strategic Studies Program. His research focuses on India's relations with West Asia, specifically looking at the domestic political dynamics, terrorism, non-state militant actors, and the general security paradigm of the region. Big round of applause for him, please. Our topic for today is promoting digital trust and cybersecurity in the age of artificial intelligence. And as was requested, I would request the panelists to limit the answers to mere 10 minutes in the beginning, and of course we'll have counter questions as well. General Shukla, I'll begin with you. Thank you so much. I've heard you.
Right, so I'll just quickly run through my views on artificial intelligence in these 10 minutes. And let me say upfront that my understanding of artificial intelligence tells me that its impact will be truly transformational, huge. So let me first expand on that proposition, and thereafter, if time permits, I'll offer very brief comments on cybersecurity and digital trust, of course, in the context of AI. So let us begin with artificial intelligence. See, if the Industrial Revolution helped humans overcome the limits of their muscle power, it's said that, before the Industrial Revolution, human progress occurred in waves and crests. But in the Industrial Revolution, it went as much by 75%, near vertical climb. Artificial intelligence will enable the human mind to overcome the constraints of its computing power by an order of magnitude, far more than 75%. The velocity of change unleashed by AI is quite unprecedented. It will change the way we live and operate, radically transform the global balance of power in the international system, create a new set of strategic haves and have-nots. It will transform our informational framework. It will transform our politics, culture, labor market, social systems, geopolitics, as I said, Ketterl said, war fighting. It's already happening in Ukraine. AI is transforming the character of war. So what is left? AI is the most powerful disruptor in human history, with as many positives as negatives. If we do not, with thought and manifest wisdom, unleash the positives, we will get avalanched by the negatives. Look at the sheer intellectual power of AI. One of the smartest humans known to us, Albert Einstein, is said to have an IQ of 160. ChatGPT-4 had an IQ of 155. A couple of years from now, ChatGPT-6 will have an IQ of 1550. And many experts opine, it's just not one, that by 2037, AI will be a billion times smarter than humans. Now, that's saying something. And pretty soon, quantum computers will solve it too. Now, this pretty soon can be 3, 6, 9, 15 years away, science goes. But they will solve in 200 seconds problems that the world's fastest supercomputer will take 10,000 years to solve. Mind-boggling. CIA in its threat list ranks quantum higher than China, because of its ability to, break all known codes and encryption. There'll be no safety left. So this is it, and I'll just very quickly take you to this quote of American biologist and author Edward Wilson, who said, "The trinity of challenges facing humankind are one, Stone Age emotions, what we saw on 7th October and perhaps after that. Medical institutions, United Nations, we've spoken about these 2 days, and godlike technologies. Technologies are racing ahead of us, and AI is one of them. So we are entering an era of abundance in intelligence. The synchrony between carbon intelligence, silicon intelligence, and quantum could be a wonderful, delightful thing. But it could also be worrisome. AI, for example, will attack blue and white collar jobs with equal impact. Farmers and mechanics, as also the intellectual class, CAs, lawyers, soldiers, writers, and software engineers. Nobody will be spared. We should not be surprised. Recently, even as Microsoft sacked 20,000 workers, its stocks rose by 75%, and many of them were software engineers. One of the finest minds on the subject, Mo Gwadad, likens AI to a child prodigy and we humans as parents. The child prodigy AI is looking at the parent and saying, Mom and Dad, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to create? If we want AI to make money, it will. The AI entrepreneur, one that reasons and plans, markets products, and makes profits, is in the offing. That's the next Turing test. This, one at Human Conversations is already a reality. Mo Gwadad says that by the end of 2024, the deepfakes will transform so much you will not be able to differentiate between what is fake and what is real. And perhaps by next year, you will not be able to trust any online information. Now, if any of this comes true, it is really mind-boggling. If we want AI to cure disease, it will. If we want the child prodigy to discover drugs, it will. In concert with associated technologies like biohacking and gene editing, AI could reverse not only age-related diseases, but age itself. Look at the economic opportunities in AI. Mustafa Suleyman, another of these, I think he was the CEO of DeepMind, he says in his book, The Coming Wave, that the economic opportunities of AI are $15 trillion by 2030 and $100 trillion by 2060. Now, if China and AI are leading in the AI game, we really need to re-examine our options when we talk of fifth largest, third largest. We really seriously need to say this. Leveraged negatively, however, AI could be more dangerous than nuclear weapons. With nuclear weapons, while the effects will be maddeningly devastating, the decision of launch has still been retained by us. I'm told in the 1950s, the CIA assessed that if they didn't do something, there would be 50 weapon states. But then non-proliferation and nuclear diplomacy kicked in, and now we have 9 to 10. So we need similar conventions, protocols to stop the growth of what is called bad AI. The way AI is developing, we are in danger of ceding control of the decision too. So the danger from unregulated AI is bigger than climate change, certainly bigger than COVID. The problem as things stand is that there is so much more money and power in bad AI than in good AI. There is more money in killer drones than drones that cross-pollinate crops. So that is the simple reality. So bad AI is proliferating. We must also tread with caution on the other dimensions of the AI quicksand. Pre-AI, when we look for an answer, say, to a particular question, Google offered us 4 million websites to search and figure out the best answers in 103 languages. ChatGPT today gives us one very smart, articulate answer, but not one that is necessarily true. It is merely mapping what human averages as knowledge. It is so smartly packaged that we tend to believe that it is true. Look at the escalating impact. Machines are beginning to manipulate us in clever and powerful ways. 70% of articles on Bloomberg, I am told, are said to have been written by machines. AI is narrowing our choices, packaging our biases, pushing us, if we are not careful, towards distorted reality. What should also worry us is that AI algorithms lean towards the majority view, not really the discerning view, popular acclaim, not critical acclaim. So the greatest danger is that the discerning view in the intellectual discourse might get replaced by the majority view. So these are all the problems. So merely more and more tech is not good for the world, especially in the case of AI, unless it is also ethical. We need to act fast because AI technologies are democratizing with speed. They are proliferating rapidly and getting cheaper by the day. Very soon AI will attain the escape velocity to elude human control. That is almost inevitable. It is so dangerous that the wizards themselves now the wizards who created AI are now regretting their creation. Mo Gwadad, for example, has called for a 98% tax on AI development to slow it down. He, along with Sam Altman, have been advocating the creation of a UBI, Universal Basic Income to compensate those who will lose jobs. Elon Musk has called for a complete moratorium on further development of AI till we solve the problems. Now, these are the guys who know AI. We must listen to them. And insofar as, future trajectories are concerned, experts opine that for some time we will see bad AI proliferating. But ultimately, and this is interesting, we'll come to an enlightenment moment in AI, when AI will become so intelligent, nearly wise, so as to be able to distinguish between good and bad AI. That point of abundance in intelligence is something like this. When if a bad general like me gives an order to kill 1 million men, enlightened AI will respond and say, General, that's not a good idea. Give me more time and I will come up with a smarter solution. So this is, the future trajectory of AI. In sum, abundance of intelligence is not a bad thing, but limited intelligence is the problem. Abundance of intelligence, not vitiated unduly by greed, mistrust, or unscrupulous power, will usher in a world of plenty and unprecedented prosperity, a world of utopia. Unregulated bad AI will spell our doom. The problem, I conclude, is not AI, but the human prompt. And we must be careful about how we design the human prompt. Very briefly, let's now turn to cybersecurity, where AI could be a major fragility amplifier of the cyber threat. Amplify obtaining fragilities in the cyber domain, as I said, by an order of magnitude, to the point where nation states may no longer be the sole arbiters of national security. Let me give you an example. 12th May 2017, the British NHS ground to a halt. It was, hit by this conventional cyber attack, ransomware attack. It locked down access to key health files and capabilities, medical procedures were interrupted, and all that. We all know what happened. And this cyber attack exploit was WannaCry. It was built by the US National Security Agency. It was designed to undermine the security of major government and corporate networks. It was stolen. It landed up in the hands of the North Koreans, who then unleashed it on the world. 2.5 lakh computers were affected across 150 countries, something of a cyber Pearl Harbor. And a lot of $8 billion damages in the economy and so on. But the point is that since it was a conventional cyber weapon, the state was badly bruised, but not fundamentally undermined. Now, AI-enabled cyber weapons are being built. They are, such weapons are in development. They are on the horizon. And here the difference is, they are designed to systematically learn about their old vulnerabilities and continuously patch them. In that case, the patch-up was done by a hacker enabled by Microsoft packages. AI-enabled cyber weapons will be able to anticipate them and disable them. So, in consequence, experts say that this cyber-enabled AI will intelligently chart pathways to exploit weaknesses in the adversary's digital economy, move through every hospital, every home, every office, degrade multiple corporate entities. National security degrades, constantly mutating, constantly learning, hit life support systems, target adversary patches, as I said. And in this case now, there the state was bruised, but not fundamentally undermined. In a AI-enabled cyber weapon, the state will be fundamentally undermined. The balance of power will shift from the state to the cyber exploit, and that is what we should worry about. Just 1 minute more, I'll just take precisely 1 minute. What should we worry about now? The internet, we know it's developing in two ways. One is, the China and company way and our way. At one time, internet was a technology miracle. Now we need a policy miracle to secure the internet. And the last point that I would like to make is our cyber postures. Ukraine, under cyber threat in this conflict, was forced to migrate to the cloud system in 14 days under pressure. And it was enabled because of all the companies with the big West are there. When we mobilize for battle, armed forces have elaborate battle plans. What are our cyber plans? Will we be required to shift to the cloud infrastructure in 14, 20 days? That's going to be a big problem. These are the problems of AI which we need to think through. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So very insightful.